Hey shippers. So we are gathered here today to read another fanfiction. I'm filming this on my phone cause Taylor's on my tablet, sitting next to my half-eaten bagel. Taylor says hi. Okay, we're gonna read fanfictions today. Today we've got the Avengers. No Dogs Allowed in Avengers Tower by Heartithateyou on Archive of Our Own, because that's all I ever go on. The summary says Tony has a strict no pet rule in the tower, but Steve could never resist a lost dog. It turns out Tony might be more of a pushover than he wants to admit. Wait, where's water? Water. Sorry. Why the heck is there a dog in my living room? Steve hears Tony shout from where he's standing in the kitchen. I swear to gosh, someone better explain where this came from, or so help me. Calm down, Tony. I only brought him up here for 2 seconds, he says as he walks back into the living room carrying a bowl of water and dog treats in the other hand. What? Why? What? Tony says as he glances between himself and the golden retriever sitting on his carpet. He was lost and looked hungry, so I wanted to get him something to eat. Plus Jarvis is putting together a flyer for me, Steve says, trying not to break into laughter at Tony's panicked face. Jarvis? My Jarvis? What a sneaky traitor. He should have never have let you up here with that thing, Tony says as he's inches away from the dog. Tony, it's just a dog. He's even friendly, see? He says with a smile, reaching out and petting the dog who leans into his touch. Look at those fangs, Tony says as he cringes at the exchange. Those are just teeth, Tony, he says with a laugh. Listen, I just contacted the Westchester Animal Shelter. They're sending someone over to collect that, Tony says as he continues typing into his phone. That's ridiculous, Tony. Those shelters are so overcrowded. Besides, I'm sure if we put some flyers up around the neighborhood, someone will pick him up soon enough, Steve says with a laugh as he crouches down to rub the dog's belly. And where exactly is it supposed to stay until then? Tony says with a grimace. Well, he can just stay in my room. It's no big deal, Tony. And I'm sure it won't be more than a few days, Steve says with a smile, enjoying Tony's discomfort more than he wants to admit. And what if we have to leave on Avengers business, Tony asks with a pointed stare. Phil said he could take care of him, Steve says with a small smile as he continues to pet the dog. Phil? You mean Agent? You told him before he told me? Tony asks indignantly. I knew he wouldn't totally overreact, Steve says with a laugh as he stands up. I'm going to grab the flyers Jarvis printed off for me. Try to be nice to him while I'm gone. Maybe you'll even start to like him. I wouldn't count on it, Tony mutters as Steve walks away. He's barely even gone 5 minutes before Jarvis wants him to come back to the living room. There's something he needs to see. He quickly takes the elevator back up and almost drops the flyers in surprise when he surveys the scene. There, sitting peacefully on the couch, is Tony on his tablet with the dog laying next to him with his head on Tony's lap. Well, this is a surprise, Steve says with a snort. Oh, that was much quicker than I expected, Tony says, trying to shift away from the dog, who quickly scoots after him. Well, Jarvis said that something was going on that I had to see, and boy was he right, Steve says with a smile. That dirty little traitor, Tony says as he tries to push the dog away. He responds by pawing back at Tony. Well, he obviously likes you. Guess he isn't the savage beast you thought he was, Steve says with a laugh. You're starting to sound like Thor, and it's not my fault he jumped right up next to me. But I was looking into it. Turns out the shelter is really overcrowded. So I donated to them and decided Max is staying here until his owner comes. Or whatever, Tony says with a dismissal shrug. Tony Stark, who knew you were such a softie? Knew there was something about you I liked, Steve says with a smile, realizing he might have said too much as he blushes slightly. You like me? Tony asks with a smile. I never said that. I just said there was something I liked, Steve says, trying to ignore the way his cheeks burn. Aw, too bad. Guess it'll be awkward when I say I like you then, Tony says, his eyes stuck to the floor. You like me? Steve asks, his heart racing at the admission. Maybe, Tony whispers back. Maybe, Steve repeats, taking a step closer. Maybe, Tony says as he raises his face to meet his own. He leans in slowly, feeling Tony's breath on his face as he leans in to kiss him. Just before their lips meet, Steve suddenly feels a wet tongue on his mouth, then a fuzzy face following it and wedging in between them. Seriously? Knew there was a reason I didn't like dogs, Steve says Tony says with a shout as Steve dissolves into laughter. The end. Taylor, unmute.
Hello.
Hello. What did you think?
I found it hilarious.
I found it adorable. I don't think Tony would not like dogs, though, because everybody likes dogs. Except for my cat, who's just a little bitch. But everybody likes dogs. Dogs are amazing. My dog is laying outside my door, but my door is closed because I have my bagel, and I don't want her to try to take it. So she's not allowed in until I finish my bagel, which I've had for almost an hour. Whoops. I've been distracted by Tumblr, okay? So, what?
We done talking about your life story now?
No. For now. Maybe. So this story was adorable. Tony Stark probably loves dogs, but so does Steve Rogers. The dog should totally just, go lay behind the couch or something so Tony and Steve can get some action. Yeah. What do you think, Taylor?
It was good. I found it adorable and hilarious.
Cool. Let's end this. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Bye. See you whenever.